All right, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a single document, a daily devotional from a Christian ministry, and we're going to break it down. We're going to see how it takes someone from a really personal, internal feeling and plugs them into this huge global mission. It's actually pretty fascinating. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, so right off the bat, no messing around. The topic is deliverance from guilt and shame. And that's a really powerful theme, right? It's something almost everyone can relate to. This isn't just a catchy title. It's the problem this entire piece is designed to solve. It's a really direct hook to pull you in.
So this isn't a standalone message. It's actually part of a bigger picture. It's a daily thing. And for this whole month, there's this overarching theme, deliverance from all evil. That means today's topic on guilt and shame is just one piece of a much larger month-long story they're telling. And here's how they start. They talk about a struggle that, let's be honest, is pretty universal. That feeling of guilt and shame from past mistakes, just weighing you down. They really paint a picture of it weighing heavily on our hearts. By doing this, they're creating this common ground, this shared experience, right from the very beginning. So they've laid out the problem everyone can feel. And what's next? Boom. They pivot straight to the solution. It's a classic, very effective problem solution setup. It really guides you along. So let's take a look at how they actually present that solution. You can really see the contrast here, can't you? On one side, you've got the heavy stuff, guilt, shame, the past. But on the other side, they're offering this vision of the future, being washed clean, walking in freedom. The whole point, the core argument, is that faith is what gets you from that first state to the second one. It's the bridge. Now, to back this all up, they don't just say, trust us. They bring in some serious authority. They quote a specific Bible verse, Romans 8:1. This is super important because it acts as the foundation, the theological anchor for this whole idea of forgiveness and no more condemnation. Okay, so we've had the problem, the solution, the biblical proof, and then the whole thing shifts gears, like dramatically. We're moving away from just learning and understanding a concept to a direct personal call to action. It's not about what you know anymore. It's about what you're gonna do. And that doing part, it's a prayer. But this isn't just any prayer. They call it a prayer of salvation. It's basically a pre-written script, a formal declaration you can make. The devotional presents this as the actual tool, the mechanism you use to get from that state of guilt to the promised forgiveness. And they don't just give you the prayer, they break it down for you. It's a really clear 4-step process. First, you acknowledge the problem. Second, you believe in the solution. Third, you confess that belief out loud. And finally, you make the choice to follow him. What's interesting is that they attach a Bible verse to each step, again, just reinforcing that this whole process is grounded in Scripture. So you've said the prayer. And then what? Well, they've got you covered. The journey doesn't just stop there. In their view, it's just beginning. They immediately offer you a free ebook called Understanding Born Again. This is basically an onboarding tool, right? It's designed to give new believers more info and start integrating them into the community's way of thinking. And this is where things get really interesting. There's another huge pivot. The camera, so to speak, zooms way out. We go from this super personal internal experience of one person's salvation to a massive, collective, global mission. All of a sudden, your personal journey is plugged into this giant organizational goal. And when I say giant, I mean, wow. Look at that number, 500 million. They call it Operation 500 Million Souls for Christ. Putting a specific, ambitious number like that on it totally changes things. It's not just a vague goal anymore. It's a strategic, massive global campaign. So you might be wondering, how could I even help with a goal that big? Well, they lay it out for you. They give you 3 clear ways to get involved. You can be a prayer partner, a volunteer missionary, or what they call a kingdom investor. By creating these specific roles, they give people clear, actionable ways to participate. It turns a passive reader into an active contributor. Okay, so think about it. If you have this huge global mission with people all over the world, how do you keep everyone connected? How do you manage that? The devotional actually lays out a very modern strategy for doing just that, and it relies heavily on all sorts of digital tools. I mean, just look at this list. It's a whole digital ecosystem. We're not just talking about a Facebook page. They have specific WhatsApp groups for prayer, for business, a Telegram channel for messages and podcasts, plus a presence on basically every major platform you can think of. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, even TikTok. It's all about constant connection and making sure the content is always flowing. And this right here really shows you just how global this whole thing is. They coordinate a midnight prayer that happens at the same moment for everyone. So it's midnight in Nigeria, but it's 6 p.m. in the US and 7 a.m. in the Philippines. By doing this, they create this powerful sense of a unified community that's praying together 24/7, even though they're literally on opposite sides of the planet. So, to wrap it all up, what have we really seen here? It's kind of a masterclass in structure, isn't it? This one document takes you on a complete journey. It starts by identifying a universal problem, offers a very specific solution, gives you a clear action to take, and then, this is the key part, it seamlessly plugs you, the individual, into this massive, global, digitally connected mission. It really makes you think about the strategy involved in taking such an intimate message and scaling it into an organized, worldwide movement.